everybody, welcome back to the channel, man. This is another 30 years video. Before we get started, man, I want to thank everybody to help us to get to 249 subscribers. We're almost at 250. We're on the road for 1,000. So if you like this video, every video we've done so far, this series, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification button. Let you know if we do any more videos on this channel. Without further ado, let's talk about today's subject of today's 30 years video. Today's 30 years video is other than Al Horford. Al Horford started his basketball career at the University of Florida, where he was part of the 2006-2007 back-to-back national champion team that consisted of Corey Brewer and Joakim Noah. We will be doing a Joakim Noah video eventually on this channel, but we're not going to talk about him. We're going to talk about Al Horford. Al Horford was drafted in the 2007 NBA draft, 7th overall by the Atlanta Hawks. And from 2007 to 2016, he played for those Hawks, and he averaged 14.3 points per game, 8.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 1.2 blocks per game. During his time with the Hawks, during his rookie year, he was a first-team All-Rookie selection. He is the first Atlanta draftee since Stacey Augmon in the 91-92 season to become an All-Rookie first team. He became the first Hawks player since Kevin Willis to make the All-Star team. The last person to do it was 1992. He finished that season 8th in field goal percentage, 10th in rebounds per game, 9th in offensive rebounds per game, and 26 in blocks. After that season, he was awarded a 5-year, $60 million contract extension on November 1st, 2010. He was a member of the Shooting Stars competition of the Atlanta Hawks, which won that competition. In 2011-2010, he was 5th in field goal percentage, 16th in blocks. He also was one of the top rebounders in the league, finished 11th in rebounds, 7th in defensive rebounds per game with 7, tied for 24th in offensive rebounds with 2.4. He also had 36 double-double, which was tied for 9th in the NBA, including one 28-20 game. He was named 3rd team All-NBA. He helped the Hawks once again get to the Eastern Conference playoffs, despite once again losing for the 3rd consecutive year in the second round, in the first round, this time to the Chicago Bulls. In the 2011 lockout year, Al Horford, the season for the Hawks did not begin until Christmas Day of 2011, and he did not appear in the Hawks' first 11 games before missing the final 55 due to a torn pectoral muscle suffered on January 11, 2012. He underwent surgery on the repair of the muscle. He was out 3 to 4 months. The Hawks made the playoffs as the 5th seed, and with Horford missing an additional 3 playoff games in action, they lost their first-round series to Boston 4-2. This is where Al Horford had his best season ever in his NBA career. In the 2012-13 season, Al Horford started all 74 games he played, having a career-best 17.4 points per game, 10.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists, and 1.1 blocks, and a career-best 1.1 steals. He had 43 double-doubles, including one we had 20 and 20 and 10 rebound games. He scored 20-plus points in 9 consecutive games for the first time in his career. On November 26, 2012, he was named Eastern Conference Player of the Week for the first time in his career. On February 27, 2013, he scored a career-high 34 points in a 102-91 victory over the Utah Jazz. Once again, with a 44-38 record, the Hawks entered the playoffs this as a 6th seed for a first-round playoff appearance against the Pacers, and the Hawks were defeated despite Al Horford's career-best 16.7 points per game in the playoff series against the Pacers. Once again, another injury-short season for my boy Al Horford. He only played 40 games that year, and despite having a career-best 18.6 points per game during that stretch, he was sidelined on December 26, 2013 for the rest of the season with a bruised right shoulder. The injury turned out to be a complete tear of his right pectoral muscle and required season-ending surgery. He did not play in the postseason where the Hawks lost in the first round, once again, to the Indiana Pacers. Coming back from that injury in 2013, in 2014-15, he played 76 games, the most he played since 2010. On December 22nd, 2014, he was an Eastern Conference Player of the Week once again, and earned the award for the second time in his career. On January 13, 2015, he recorded his first career triple-double when he dropped 21, 10, and 10 in a 105-87 blowout of the 76ers. 6 days later, he was named once again Conference Player of the Week. And on January 29th, he earned his 3rd of 5 NBA All-Star nods. That year, he became a reserve. During his brilliant play, December 7th to January 31st, Al Horford scored a double digit 28 consecutive games between December and January. The Hawks went 28-2 and a franchise best record 19-game winning streak. behind Horford, fellow All-Star teammates Paul Millsap, Kyle Korver, and Jeff Teague. That year, the Hawks finished with the best record in the East with a 60-22 record and advanced all the way to the conference finals for the first time since the 1960s when it used to be located in St. Louis. That time, they was beat by GOAT James and the Cavaliers in 4 games, en route to LeBron going to the NBA Finals. In 2015-2016, Al Horford played all 82 games. For the first time in his career up until this point, on November 11, 2015, he scored 26 points and made a career-high 4 3-pointers in a 106-98 victory over the Pelicans. On December 4th, he scored 16 points against the Lakers, ending his streak of double-digit games to 22, which is a career high. The streak came to an end at 23 when he scored 9 points against OKC, a team who eventually he'll play for down the line. The Hawks' 24th game of the season. In 2016, when Chris Bosh was hurt, Al Horford was nodded to his 4th All-Star game and recorded his 200th career double-double on February 28th of that year with a 13-16 effort in a win against the Hornets. With a 48-34 record, the Hawks entered the playoffs as the 4th seed and advanced through the second round when they were swept by the Cavaliers for the second consecutive season. After the 2016 season, he became an unrestricted free agent, and he thought he was going to re-sign with the Hawks, but unfortunately both sides could not come to a deal. But the team committed much of their side to try to pick up Dwight Howard, so that would take it away the max offer that Al Horford wanted to stay with the Hawks. So in that case, Al Horford goes to Boston, one of 2 trips to Boston, that is. Al Horford signs a max 4-year, $113 million contract on July 8th of 2016 to the Boston Celtics. He was looking forward to working with Brad Stevens and the rest of the Celtics team to try to bring a championship back to Boston. He made his debut in their season opener on October 26, 2016, scored 11 points in the win against the Nets. During his time with the Celtics, he was a very huge piece in the Celtics' success with young players such as Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown coming to the fray. He also played with Kyrie Irving for a little bit. So, after the 2018 season, Al Horford once again was a free agent. And he signed a 4-year, $97 million deal on July 10th, 2019 to join the Philadelphia 76ers. He scored a season-high 32 points on November 4th of 2019 in a loss against the Suns. On December 8th of 2020, he was traded to OKC. Horford's arrival came 3 months after former coach Billy Donovan departed from the Thunder. On March 27, 2021, the Thunder announced he would sit out the rest of the season as the team prioritized developing his young players, including Moses Brown, Isaiah Roby, and Tony Bradley. FYI, during his time at OKC, the Thunder organization thought he was too old to play basketball at his age in his career. The Thunder will be proven wrong coming up and see why the Thunder made a bad decision by calling Al Horford old. Still to this day, Al Horford could still ball for a lot of different franchises, in my opinion. But let's talk about Al Horford's return back to Boston. Al Horford, on June 18, 2021, he was traded to Boston along with Moses Brown and a 2023 second-round pick from the Thunder in exchange for guard Kemba Walker, the 60th overall pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, and a 2025 second-round pick. On March 3rd, 2022, Al Horford helped the Celtics win over the Grizzlies, which scored a season-high 21-15. On May 7, 2022, in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Semis, Al Horford had 22 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, and 0 turnovers in a 103-101 loss against the defending champion Bucks. 2 days later, he scored a career playoff high, 30 points, 8 rebounds on 11-14 shooting for the field, along with 8 rebounds. And career best 5 for 7 from 3 in a 116-108 victory to tie the series at 2-2. On May 29th, after knocking off the top-seeded Heat in the conference finals, they reached the first NBA. Al Horford reached his first career NBA finals on May 29th, 2022, for the first time in his 15-year career, where they defeated the Heat in 7 games in the conference finals, 196. Before doing so, he set a record for most playoff games without a finals appearance, with 141 games. He also became the first Dominican Republican native person to reach the NBA Finals. In Game 1 of the Finals, Al Horford led the Celtics to a 120-108 victory over the Warriors, where he dropped 26 points and 6 rebounds. During the game, he had 6 3-pointers, setting an NBA record for most threes by a player in his Finals debut. The Celtics took a 2-1 series lead, but eventually lost in 6 games despite Al Horford 19-14 rebound outing and a 103-90 closeout loss in Game 6. So Al Horford is still currently playing basketball, still for the Boston Celtics. They're going to defend their conference title this year, as they hopefully going to try to run it back and hopefully get back to the NBA Finals. What do y'all think about Al Horford's career in a nutshell up until this point? As of right now, Al Horford numbers are like this for his career. After 950 games played, his career average is 13.7 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. Currently, he's still in the NBA and still playing at a high level. What do y'all think about Al Horford's career so far? Do you believe he is overrated or underrated compared to big men in not only today's NBA, but during his time with the Hawks? What do you think about Al Horford's time with the Hawks? Do you think he was a better player with the Hawks, or do you think he was a better player with the Celtics this time around? What do y'all think about Al Horford's career so far? I don't think everybody who tuned into the video today, man, we're a little bit behind on through the years videos, but I promise you we're going to get things going. We're going to do Chris Middleton through the years next, and we're going to continue on to press forward in the series. After Chris Middleton, we will be doing Michael Jordan. So it'll be Chris Middleton and Michael Jordan next 2 through the years NBA videos. Then I'm going to do an NFL through the years video. And I'm going to continue with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we'll go over the best running back in Jags history, Fred Taylor. So those are my next 3 videos. If you like this video, subscribe, hit that notification button, and we out, man. Peace and God bless.